challenges threatening the survival of Christianity in the Middle East. First, I would like to thank Mr. Magdi Khalil for his concern for Christians in the Middle East and for following their troubling situation through his writings, statements, and by organizing this annual forum for their sake. Christians in the Middle East were the origin inhabitants of the region when Muslim fighters arrived from the Arabian Peninsula. The majority population in the Middle East, in Mesopotamia, modern Iraq, as well as Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, and Palestine, was Christian. Today, Christians face the danger of extinction because of sectarian regimes, militias, escalating violence, armed conflicts, and wars. For example, Christians in Iraq made up about 4% of the population before the fall of the regime, whereas today they are perhaps less than 1%. In Syria, they constituted around 20%, but today they are close to 1%, and so on. The first reason of that, societies in the Middle East are still far from adopting a civil-state regime that unites everyone under inclusive citizenship. Most regimes declare Islam as the official religion, and it is often used as a cover to achieve political and material goals, which distorts Islam and weakens coexistence. When religion or sectarian affiliation shifts from being a free relationship of faith with God and good treatment of others into a politicized ideology, it becomes an arena for political and sectarian conflict. Governments then become unable to protect the rights and property of Christians and other minorities. Violence based on religion or sectarianism is still present in political and religious discourse. We have heard strange statements during recent wars claiming, for example, we won because we offered martyrs. The second reason, the spread of ignorance and illiteracy has created an environment for the emergence of extremist groups with radical ideologies seeking to establish a religious state based on Islamic law and Sharia, without recognizing that ways of thinking have changed. People's attitudes have evolved, as have culture and language. New issues and values have emerged that traditional religious discourse never addressed. In the West, the United States, Canada, Australia, and Europe all rely fundamentally on secular civil systems. Therefore, their societies live within diversity, and the relationships are based on justice, equality, not exclusion or the imposition of beliefs by force. Governments there strive to provide dignified life for all citizens equally, including Muslim immigrants, believing that diversity is a source of strength rather than a problem. Solution. In light of these troubling and frightening challenges, I propose the following points. 1. A realistic and accurate reading of the current situation, followed by engagement in the necessary internal reform process. A clear policy must be established to solve problems and build a national civil state. It is unacceptable to tolerate a state within a state with militias. Widespread corruption must be confronted decisively and without favoritism. State funds must be recovered firmly. The situation requires new legislation and reform of outdated inherited laws that no longer fit present-day realities. 2. Citizens, including Christians, need a just and lasting peace, security, employment, opportunities, services, and freedom. A human life lived with dignity and happiness. This can only be achieved through the establishment of a modern state project in which all citizens enjoy equal citizenship and unity under one national identity. 3. Religion is a private and personal matter. Every individual is free to believe or not. Public affairs, however, should depend on competence and capability. All citizens are equal, including Christians, who are no less capable or lower than others. All citizens must be entitled to freedom and religious expression. 4. Christians must remain on their land and preserve their national, cultural, and religious heritage. They should unify their discourse, and positions in demanding security, reassurance, justice, and equality, and should not think of themselves merely as threatened religious minority. Salvation lies in unity, advocacy, and support that helps them remain, maintain hope, enjoy a safe environment, develop their religions, and create job opportunities. 5. The West should support Christians as indigenous citizens by insisting on respect of human rights in their countries and adherence to international law that supports religious and ethnic diversity, as well as promotes and protects freedom of religious expression. These countries must not be gradually emptied of Eastern Christians who represent the roots of early Christianity. We dream of a safe homeland that embraces freedoms, lasting stability, inclusive citizenship, justice, and equality. We are the people of this land, not migrants who came from other countries. Thank you.